Hello, I'm David Gerard and welcome to Pivot to AI, coming to you daily. Today, AI is 95% useless and the other 5% is spam. There's a new paper from MIT's Project Nanda called The Gen AI Divide, State of AI in Business, 2025. This got a write-up in Fortune about how 95% of generative AI projects in business just fail. The report actually came out in July, but nobody else noticed until now. Now, I've read this report, and it's odious and stupid. But the Fortune headline about 95% failure is getting a ton of attention. So, who are these guys? Nanda is a project to build AI agents, networked agents, and decentralized architecture. The word decentralized here does mean cryptocurrency. You can see the Web3 stuff on their YouTube, because AI hype and crypto hype are still the same thing. YouTube viewers can see a picture from Project Nanda's GitHub, complete with a red wavy spelling error line. They just left that in the image. I trust this image makes everything about Nanda completely clear. People have had trouble getting hold of the Nanda report, but we managed to track down the actual document. So, Nanda surveyed 300 public AI initiatives from January to June 2025. They spoke to 153 senior leaders, the executives who bought this stuff, and interviewed some of the poor suckers who actually had to use the chatbots in their jobs. This report tries to be super positive, and it's a catalogue of failure. Quote, despite $30 to $40 billion in enterprise investment into Gen AI, this report uncovers a surprising result in that 95% of organizations are getting zero return. Just 5% of integrated AI pilots are extracting millions in value. Unquote. Now, that's an interesting claim. What is that 5%? We'll get to that shortly. This report claims ChatGPT and Copilot enhance personal productivity, though the report doesn't bother backing that up. But buying in a Gen AI system doesn't work. Quote, enterprise-grade systems, custom or vendor-sold, are being quietly rejected. Just 5% reach production. Unquote. So, why do enterprise AI systems fail? Quote, it is learning. Most Gen AI systems do not retain feedback, adapt to context, or improve over time. Unquote. Nanda, though, claims that agentic AI, or the version they're selling, will definitely learn real good without training completely afresh, which, of all the claims I've ever heard about agentic AI, is actually a new one on me. So how do these systems fail, since everyone told Nanda they love their chatbots? Quote, enterprise users reported consistently positive experiences with consumer-grade tools like ChatGPT and Copilot. Yet, the same users were overwhelmingly skeptical of custom or vendor-pitched AI tools, describing them as brittle, over-engineered, or misaligned with actual workflows. Unquote. So what you're saying is, people like chatbots for stuff they don't know about, but the same chatbots in a different packaging are just unreliable for stuff that people do understand? Wow. Page 9 has a diagram of how AI investment is distributed across a business. Most of it goes to sales and marketing, and they spend the money on spam. Spamming people. Quote, AI-generated outbound emails. Spam. Smart lead scoring. Rolling dice to see who to spam. There's also the important work of getting the chatbot to just make stuff up. AI-based competitor analysis. This doesn't analyze anything. It makes up some words shaped like an analysis. Social sentiment analysis, We've mentioned before on Pivot how sentiment analysis is just completely fraudulent snake oil, but this time they're asking a chatbot to make up nonsense for them. But what are the big back office wins for AI? Quote, BPO elimination, $2 to $10 million annually in customer service and document processing. Agency spend reduction, 30% decrease in external creative and content costs. Risk checks for financial services, $1 million saved annually on outsourced risk management. Unquote. So that's replacing customer service with chatbots, replacing creatives with AI slop for text and images, and ruining customers' credit ratings by changing risk management for a random text generator. This also let the companies fire 5 to 20% of people in those functions by replacing them with a nonsense machine. The 5% of successful AI projects are spam or cutting off body parts to save weight. Now, I do admit you can save a ton of money by ripping out your company's bodily organs and you just stop doing jobs properly at all. This works in the short term. Anyway, Nanda's solution to all of this is that you should buy their particular agentic AI. It runs on Web3, you know. Then you can replace all your employees who do actual things with a straight-up spam bot on a blockchain. Hooray! Not sure if Nanda has a crypto token or NFTs yet, or maybe a metaverse, but I have full faith that's on the way soon. Web3 is the future. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. If anyone's sent you that Fortune article, send them this episode, because word of mouth helps Pivot tremendously. As does hitting like, hitting subscribe, or leaving a nice podcast review. We live off your funding. So please, drop just $5 into the Patreon linked in the show notes below. As you can see, I just refreshed my official on-camera Pivot merchandise selection. Here's the Clippy hat, which I am quite delighted by, and it fits my not quite Marc Andreessen bonds not badly. Thank you all, see you tomorrow, and bye for now.